as you just see the guy that pointed the gun at him fly out of the back of the bar. I was just like, oh my god, Zero, you're so fucking funny.
We're back 1 sec.
Like, Zero's hilarious. I love that he just has emoticons that appear on his face.
Let's see what? Yeah, that's bad.
Oh shit.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, one of the faces that Zero's visor could do in Borderlands 2 was XD.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he could also do, you know, the face that's made with two greater than, less than signs, and it's a dash in the middle?
Yeah.
So it just looks like a face that's just like closing its eyes like,
Yeah.
He can make that face.
Jeez.
I think he can do the lull in game too. But he's got like he does shit, what is it called? Ellipses. When it's just three dots.
Shit. Right.
He'll do ellipses. He does a bunch of different fucking he has a bunch of different emoticons that'll show up on his visor, and it's the best thing ever. I also really like, the thing is, I'm not the hugest fan of playing as Zero, but I love his heads.
Right.
Like, one of them is Daft Punk.
Oh god.
And I was like, hell yes. And then another one is called Engineer, and it's just Isaac Clarke's helmet from Dead Space.
Oh, nice. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah,
So,
Borderlands has a lot
he's
of
got
references, doesn't it?
Zero has a lot of really good heads. I loved him. Oh, there's one that I really liked for the Commando. It was one of my favorite ones that wasn't the Crimson Lance helmet. And it's called Medic Mantis, which is a reference to Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear.
Nice.
Like, the Commando had that head.
Blah, blah,
Of course, like I said, a lot of Gage's heads are My Little Pony references.
I don't know if I ever got that one.
Fucking Salvador has a Walter White reference. He has a bald head and a big mustache. And I was like, well, shit. Yeah, he has a Walter White. I know he's got a couple others, but I don't remember exactly.
Which one was Salvador? Oh yeah, Salvador was the Gunzerker, wasn't he?
He's a Gunzerker. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of different fucking reference heads. I'm trying to think. I can't really come up with anything specific off the top of my head for Maya, but then again, I didn't really get a good look at all of her heads. But each character has at least, like, I think 2 or 3 different reference heads.
Right.
And they're just amazing. Oh yeah, every character has their own version of the Minecraft head.
Like what?
Yeah, there's a Minecraft reference in Borderlands 2. I'm actually surprised you missed it.
Yeah, no. Love
It's in the it's in the Costa Caverns. If you go towards where the minecart is, where the minecarts start. If you go to the right of that minecart, there is a bunch of square, like actual square textured blocks that are like Borderlands textures. If you jump over all of them and you go to the left, you'll see that there are dirt blocks, and you can melee to break them.
Oh fuck, that's actually really cool.
And there are creeper enemies inside there. Each character has their own version of a Minecraft head, and then they all of them universally can get the Steve skin, which just makes their upper body like if they happen to have clothes on their upper body, it makes it green, and then it makes their pants purple, and it gives it like a pixelated look. And then there's also 2 weapons. One of the weapons is one of my favorite weapons. First off, there's the it's a TDR shotgun, and it's called the Blockhead, and it fires fire projectiles that have the fucking fire texture that Minecraft has, so they look like fireballs, and it fires them in a box formation, which means it's got a really predictable spread, so it's a really good shotgun. But the thing I like is the longbow. It's a sniper rifle. It's an E-Tech sniper rifle, and it's the only gun, I believe, that has that special feature in the game. Is not only do the projectiles actually look like arrows from Minecraft when they fire, but the arrows actually have an arc. So it actually takes skill shots, especially since the sniper doesn't have a scope or iron sights at all. So the sniper rifle is like really fucking fun to use. And then also there's also ore blocks in there. The coal blocks give you ammo of different varieties. Gold blocks drop money. And then there's like iridium blocks, and it'll just drop bricks of iridium. And the spot is farmable. You literally just need to go to the spot, get everything you can, quit the game, reload, you can go back in and rinse and repeat.
Well done.
I did that like a couple of times just to get my hands on the sniper rifle, and maybe sometimes just some iridium, because if it spawned in the iridium blocks, you can just break them and there you go.
Huh.
But yeah, there's creepers, and you can shoot them, and of course their only attack is to walk towards you and blow up. And then there's a badass creeper, and it's fucking massive.
Oh god.
I don't remember what one of the text things said. I think literally one of the descriptors on one of the weapons was also try Minecraft. Because you know how Minecraft does the also try this game? Well, the funny thing is, Minecraft literally has a splash screen that says also try Terraria. And Terraria had returned the favor by, for the Halloween event, there is a costume that makes you look like a creeper.
Nice.
And it's
Yeah, I remember.
And the costume description for it says also try Minecraft.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Which is really cool.
I love that these indie, I don't know whether to consider Minecraft an indie game or not anymore.
Well, it started out as an indie game.
Yeah, so I guess might as well
But
consider it
still,
an indie
yeah,
game. So
but these
I love
small-
whenever indie games reference each other like that.
Right, these small-time devs you gotta love. Like, you gotta love it. Versus, hey, their game sucks. Ours are... Oh.
Well, I mean, then again, now that I think about it, Pipeworks, the ones who make Terraria, is almost as big as Mojang, so never mind. I guess they both. I mean, I guess if I was willing to not consider Minecraft an indie game anymore, by that logic, I could also consider Terraria not an indie game anymore as well. Because it's garnered almost as much success as Minecraft. I mean, sure, it's not a 3D environment, but it has, like, tons more content. Like, the fact that it's also got guns and magic, and also a huge variety of bosses, and a pretty hefty amount of biomes. So it's like Terraria's got its pluses, Minecraft has its pluses. I remember before I was willing to try Terraria, I was like stuck in a box where I was just like, no, Minecraft's pretty good, I'll just stick to playing with Minecraft. I played Terraria with some friends, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, Terraria's pretty good. I mean, the fact that I could have guns, I was like, yes, guns. Who doesn't love guns?
Oh, that was different.
I love killing them, just for the fact that I get shit for them.
You're a daddy. That's right, son. The Dragonborn must have farted at a princess's balls.
Wait, what?
Oh my god. You don't fart on another man's balls. Okay.
Get shady cartridge. Oh
Oh,
no. I'm
fucking
doing the
Christ, on
fucking.
a bicycle.
I'm doing the fucking sisterly love quest. Oh my god.
Ugh. I actually don't remember that quest.
It's the one where the girl gives like, you put the fish in like the other person's casino, and then the sister has you get back at her, and then it's just they're two siblings and they're going back and forth at it.
I don't know why I don't remember that quest. I did nearly every single quest there was to do, but whatever. I haven't played Borderlands 3 for a little bit, so it's my fault. Then again, I did start a second playthrough on the game. Because I was like, I don't really want to deal with Mayhem mode, so I'll just do New Game Plus. Because I've already beaten Borderlands 3.
Right.
Oh my god.
Wait. Hello? Beautiful.
Wow. What'd you find?
Never mind. It has nice fighter in it, but the damage is just trash. So, I'm scrapping it.
Oh. So, I was gonna say, you obviously care about story spoilers, but do you care about side quest spoilers?
Depend on the side quest, really.
You what?
That's a depend on the side quest.
Let's just say that, okay, there's one of the next planets that you're gonna visit. Troy and, I can never remember the sister's name. Fuck my life. What is the sister's name for the Calypso twins?
Tyrene, Tyrene.
Yeah, it's Tyrene. But yeah, those two,
What do you think my
they try and do something similar to Handsome Jack did,
Heard you're the guy to talk to if I'm looking for a hack
as far as it
slot
goes for a
machine.
side quest.
You got it?
They ask you to kill yourself.
You tell her this makes us even. No more favors.
But only except this time they were asking you to kill yourself so that way they can stream it.
Self-correct after a little while.
They ask you to fucking walk. They ask you to walk into a cage that's like electrified, and then fucking it closes and then it kills you. And I was like, this is literally just Handsome Jack. Why the fuck would they try this quest? Handsome Jack did it better because it's funny about his reaction to you actually jumping off.
Oh boy.
But Troy and Tyrene, they're just kind of like, thanks for the views, basically.
Right. Fucking Jack was hilarious
like,
about it, and then it's just
Like,
Tyrene,
just
and it was just like,
you're a sellout. You're a bitch.
Right,
You'll do
like-
anything for money. But just go on. You've earned this money. But just remember, you're a bitch. All right.
right, and you're sitting there like, you know what, Jack, I'm okay with that. But with the
You know what,
fucking Calypso twins, you're like, I feel dirty.
It's not that they want to make you. It's not like they want to make you their bitch. It's just that they're just like, thanks for the views.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you
Basically,
fucking
it's just
twist.
like- They're just like clickbait.
Right, it's like, okay, fucking BuzzFeed having a fucking day.
So the door to the mainframe console should
I was
be
just
open.
like, honestly, I feel insulted that they would try and do this quest.
Right. Like,
see, that's the thing is,
seriously, man,
they-
that is...
Like, the fact that they tried to cash in and make villains that were better than Handsome Jack just felt insulting. Whenever they literally took basically the same quest of kill yourself, lol. And I was like, no, it was.
And then they
it
did it in
was
such
no.
a terrible way. I mean, like, really?
Couldn't I just jump off a cliff? It seems old-timey enough. I probably shouldn't go any further into that for the simple sake of people who have actually killed themselves by jumping off stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty stupid that they try and literally do the same thing with two average characters.
Right.
I'm not gonna say they're terrible villains.
But
Like
they are, though. That's the thing.
by normal villain standards, they're pretty good villains. But by Handsome Jack standards, they don't come close enough.
I don't know if
Like-
I even want these guys as regular villains. Like, I just find them... maybe, I guess Handsome Jack did ruin them for me. But, like, fucking...
Probably.
The fucking Japanese guy just killed him. I would prefer him as a major villain than those two.
What? Fucking...
Katagawa, what's his name?
Katagawa?
Yeah. I would have rather had him the entire game than the fucking Calypso twins.
He actually probably would have been... Actually, now that I think about it, he is a corporate douchebag. He would have been almost perfect, actually.
He would have.
Because that's what Handsome Jack was, a corporate douchebag.
He would have been at least.
That would have actually
He
been...
would have been at least a decent follow-up. And he had. Here's the thing. What do the Calypso twins have that fucking Katagawa doesn't? But what does Katagawa have that the fucking Calypso twins don't? Personality.
I have no idea. It's... Yeah, no. It's ridiculous.
He's a corporate douchebag. He can be snarky. He has, like, the whole thing between him and Reese was actually interesting to, like, listen to.
Okay, what about Leia Sucks
It was pretty good.
Leia Sucks 69. Oh my god. That was the fucking password.
Whereas fucking the Calypso twins are just kind of like,
And you're just kind
I
of
really wish they either A, gave us a different villain, or B, tried to make these two better. Better than just, oh, we're doing this for the views, we stream this shit. Also, when the fuck do two random-ass, basically bandits, get the ability to fucking stream this shit? How the fuck did they get traction? Like, how did they actually get traction with
Right.
this?
And seriously, the whole idea of fucking bandits banding together.
It's so weird. And the fact that they somehow managed to get a corporation tied into them? Malawan? How the fuck did they do that?
Right, and I
How the
get it,
actual fuck?
fucking sirens, but seriously, dude, what the fuck?
It's strange, I don't...
Like,
I didn't
get it.
understand it. Borderlands 3 could have been done better, in my opinion.
No kidding.
It was, in certain aspects, better than 1, because 1 almost kind of didn't have a story, really.
I should have known you were behind this.
Although somehow 1 still managed to be good in the other aspects, whereas 3 just kind of failed. I feel like the best thing that I can give to 3 is the mission designs themselves.
The mission design.
But they're a little less annoying. And yeah, basically the game mechanics and the gun designs and the character designs. But Borderlands usually has a pretty unique style for its character designs. So in all honesty,
So what?
I guess I'm just kind of beating. Oh, I was just saying like character designs, but then I was like, but Borderlands usually has unique character designs to begin with, anyways. But yeah, no, the base game mechanics for 3 and the fucking gun designs / gun like diversification. Basically, if I was to play Borderlands 2 with Borderlands 3's gameplay and its like gun amount, I'd play the shit out of Borderlands 2
Dude,
even
okay.
more.
Take the great storytelling of like Borderlands 2, but slap it with everything that Borderlands 3 has going for it. Oh my god!
It's an experience of its own.
Right?
It's such a
Dude,
Borderlands experience.
We wouldn't need Borderlands 3 because Borderlands 2 would
We
be
wouldn't need-
fantastic.
We wouldn't need a fucking Borderlands 4 either.
Right?
If they
Because-
plan on coming up with a Borderlands 4 at any time soon, I guess. Just basically give us Borderlands 2 again, only except with more story and more DLC now. Just expand on that. go the right direction, I guess.
Right. I mean,
Make
shit!
some really good.
There goes a grenade. But it's just like even the grenades are interesting. The fucking okay. The humor factor aside for the fucking fish grenades, they actually are an effective they are an effective bouncing grenade.
You know, one of my favorite fucking grenades are in here.
No, what's up?
Transfusion.
Which
Transfusion
one?
grenades.
Oh yeah. Take your
The
life, give it to
transfusion
me.
grenades. The transfusion grenades are absolutely fun, especially the homing ones.
Oh god, there are homing transfusion grenades? That's not what
Yes, they're homing transfusion grenades. Funny thing is, it's actually made by they're actually mostly made by my favorite weapon foundry, being Atlas.
Nice.
I think for the most part, Atlas is the one that makes homing grenades. Like, I think each one has like their own different way that they usually make grenades. There was one that fucking Prophet gave to me that I really liked, though, at the same time. I think it was called the Bottle Rocket.
Right.
And it basically just cross missile massacres. It fucking fires like 1,000,000 rockets up into the air. And it's just like, oh, they just kind of went up into the air, didn't they? And then they all just kind of swarm back down to the ground and home in on targets that were near the fucking launch site.
See, that's one of the reasons I love the Contraband Skyrocket. It's just so fucking fun to use.
No, but I'm saying, like, well, the Contraband Skyrocket just goes up and explodes. Unless it bounces off something. This one straight up is intended to fire upwards and then fall back down with all the missiles tracking whatever happens to be nearby. Like, it basically just looks like a rocket battery. It just looks like a rocket battery just salvo firing off rockets. That'll just come back down to the ground and just seek and destroy whatever the fuck is right there. It was just a fun little missile to use. Call it missiles because missiles are actually guided.
Not gonna lie. So the Katagawa stuff takes place on Promethea, right? I can't remember.
Yes. It's Promethea.
Why did this gives me such a Destiny 1 The Moon vibe? I swear to God. Am I the only one?
What? The Promethea?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does. Boy.
Not that that's just a bad. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just something I noticed.
Wait until you get to fucking Eden 6.
Oh boy.
Honestly, I'd have to say Eden 6 was probably my least favorite place to go. But then again, and the funny thing is, it has to do with the same character too, is Eden 6 is almost nothing but forest. Forest and jungle. And my least favorite Borderlands 2 DLC was Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt.
Oh no!
Yep.
I didn't even play
that's-
that one because it was fucking obnoxious.
And yeah, no, that's where you're gonna meet Sir Hammerlock, is on Eden 6.
Why am I not fucking surprised at that?
But yeah, no, the problem for you though is the fact that that's story, which means you've gotta play through it. I'll put it this way, there are some better quests in Eden 6 than there are in Sir Hammerlock's Big Game Hunt, and you aren't killing, like, dumb tribals. Actually, no, I should more say bullshit tribals. Because some of those tribals were, like, tough to take down, and I hated them. But, yeah, no, Eden 6 is still pretty annoying. So, all honesty, as far as it goes for the story, probably my least favorite point in the story. I honestly would, and yes, this is my personal bias for the simple sake of the Crimson Lance, so fucking sue me. Yes, Promethea was my favorite point of the story. Not just because of the storytelling part, because I felt like once again I was playing Borderlands 2, because I had a corporate douchebag screaming in my ear the whole time.
Right.
With friendly Reese, who is one of the only good characters in Tales of the Borderlands. Because Reese was actually a pretty alright dude, considering you play as him.
Right.
But, Yeah, no, it's just literally just like, wow. This reminds me of Borderlands 2. I'm going to cry now. Because I'm going to cry of the wasted potential that this game could have easily had. You know what I would have really liked? I would have liked more involvement with the Crimson Lance. Just saying. Like, I really would have wished, like, after the point of Promethea, I really wish that, other than the Crimson Lance that are on the ship now, by the way, there are Crimson Lance that are on board your ship currently. I think there's like 3 of them. I found 3 soldiers on my sanctuary, and I was like, you guys live here, and I hope you decide to live here forever. So I was just like, I really wish that the fucking Crimson Lance had more of an involvement. Like, I wish Reese would have went like, you know what, you helped me, Vault Hunter, how about I help you? And then just sent soldiers. I was just like, yes, I have soldier companions now. But yeah, you saw why I was super excited though at the end of that quest, because you saw the reward that he gives you, right?
I didn't like its stats on soldiers.
What? I'm not talking about the gun you fought.
Oh, yeah, the lance helmet, yeah.
Obviously. Yeah, no, the second that he was just like, here, take this head, and I was like, what is this head? Crimson Lance helmet. And I was like, that's going on Moe's, and that's staying on Moe's. I don't care if she gets helmet hair. She can fix it later. But that fucking helmet is going on. The helmet stays on during sex. Oh god, I just realized that like my favorite thing ever though is like the helmets that obscure, like they basically make you anonymous. Or like the fact that most of my favorite characters in anime are masked characters. So every time that I just think about my sex life, it's just like completely naked. Except for the helmet. The helmet stays on during sex.
Yeah. Completely naked, the helmet stays on.
The helmet and/or mask and/or sunglasses stay on during sex.
Is that a fetish for you?
It actually kind of would be, yes. I will remain anonymous.
Will you not forget?
Actually, that's the funny thing is, if I actually got a fucking face.
There is one downside to the bouncing grenades.
What's that?
They bounce back!
Oh.
I nicked the corner of the wall, it's like, oh, hi, Master! Oh, fuck!
Did it kill you?
No! It's like, oh, shit! Run!
Fucking,
like, okay,
yeah, no.
Like, you know when you get a wrong grenade to throw, and you just see it bounce back, and you like, that moment of panic.
Yes.
And you just try to run away as fast as you can. Yeah, that was me just now. Only instead of being like an actual grenade, it was a floating orb fish grenade. Like,
the only time that you don't have to worry about the fucking grenade coming back at you, if you throw an impact grenade. Because then that shit just explodes on contact. Unless, of course, you threw it at the corner of the wall, and you happen to be beside the corner of the wall.
Right.
That's happened to me before in fucking Battlefield so many times where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna peek around the corner, and boop, and I'm like, well, that was an impact grenade, so I just blew myself up. But yeah, no, fucking, what was I gonna say? Shit, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Fuck. What was I gonna say?
Where am I going again? Oh yeah, I'm going straight.
Oh my god, that thunder was fucking
hard
enough that shook the house.
Oh yeah, so where the
that one too.
Came out of the door. Okay.
Fuck, I hate this. I actually genuinely forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. Oh, let's see. I know before this we were talking about my sex life and how I would just wear a fucking helmet and or mask. Oh, that's right. That's what I was gonna say. I literally told myself that if I ever get fucking successful, at fucking like YouTube or streaming, and I got a face cam, I would always be wearing something.
Dude, say that. I'm
It's not, and but it's not to cover my ugly face. It's literally just because that would be my thing.
For me, it's
Like
both.
everyone would literally look and be all like, "Oh yeah, everyone knows this YouTuber's face, but what about his? Oh, he's not really known for his face. He's known for basically just wearing a helmet and or mask the entire time." I think there was this one fucking Warhammer 40k streamer I used to watch, and he just had a Space Marine helmet. Never showed his face, just wore a Space Marine helmet. Did I cut out again?
No, I'm typing. I'm texting. I'm listening and typing.
Yeah, no, fucking. That was I don't know if he streams Warhammer 40k anymore. I haven't checked his Twitch in a while. But he used to fucking, whenever he would stream 40k, he would literally just wear a Space Marine helmet. And that was just kind of what I knew him for, so it's just like, man, if I ever make a YouTube channel and get a face cam, I'm gonna be known for that similar kind of thing. You'll never see my face, and it's more just a choice. Even if everyone says, "Where's the face reveal video?" There's never going to be one.
No, you know what you should do?
Either that, or I'm going to pull a Kakashi from Naruto.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'll show you what's under this. It's another mask. Pretty cool, right?
You had that idea. You popped into my head. The Master Chief
What?
mask thing.
Oh,
someone on PC got a they were messing with like the game and modding it and shit, and they kept the camera for the fucking for the fucking ending scene with the first. You know when he takes his helmet off in the first game?
Yeah.
They kept the
when he's
camera
in the
trained.
Longsword.
They kept the camera trained on him. Do you want to know what was under his helmet?
What?
Another fucking helmet. Because they never programmed it. They
Awesome.
never gave him a face. So, as far as the
awesome.
game knew, so it's just like he takes off his helmet. It's another helmet!
Yeah, that's exactly me.
Clover's not
That's
used
like
to me yelling,
the-
and she's looking
that's
at
like-
me.
That's like relatable, like hashtag relatable for me. Like if you ever saw me on stream, it's just like, all right, everyone, time for the face reveal.
No,
as
I
I just take off like I just fucking sit there. I finally have like a fursuit head. I take the fursuit head off. I just have a fucking mask underneath, like just a Char mask.
Oh god. No,
So I just look like Char Aznavour.
I would be that extra, where I would have a balaclava under a balaclava.
Right.
But it would be like a
right.
different color. So it'd have like
Different color, a different
face
design.
reveal time. Like, yay! And it's another balaclava! Yay!
It's
Alright,
like,
back to
hey,
the
look
game.
at this. It's like you usually are known for wearing a regular balaclava, but then whenever you take it off, it's like a balaclava that has Deacon's face on it.
Oh god.
And it's just like, yeah, this is a good way to show off the Deacon balaclava that I
Oh
have
my
now
god.
by showing a face reveal.
So much fucking clickbait, man. Like,
Right. And then it's just you showing off your fucking balaclava that you had commissioned.
Saw that.
It's like, I was needing to show this to my fans, and it's finally done.
bouncy fish grenade!
But yeah, no, that's honestly what I would end up doing, is I was just being like, alright, everyone knows me for the fursuit head, and now, as I just take off my fucking head and just reveal fucking a Char mask. And it's just like, I'm Char Aznavour, you guys, sorry.
Here we go.
Deal with it.
Listen here, you son of a bitch.
I will never show my face. Yeah, it was entirely a choice. It's not because fucking if somebody saw my face they would laugh. It's literally just, this is my identification now. My anonymity is my identification.
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't want my face being seen on screen. Like, part of it is I don't like how I look, but the other part of it is I just don't want people on the internet knowing what I fucking look like after having like a few.
Oh no, I don't give a shit who cares who sees what I look like. I'm just gonna be the dude that's just like, nah, I'm not gonna let you see my face just because I don't want you to see my face.
What are you and F-Apes doing? Kill the Vault Hunter.
Kanagawa, you're dead. Shut the fuck up.
Gotta offer something my family
Like I could easily show you how I look.
Kill the
I'm just not
vault,
gonna.
you'll earn a place right next
It's
to the
well within my power.
Great Vault.
So what?
But it's just not, I'm just saying it's like, it's well within my power to show you my face. And I would, but I'm just not gonna.
Right. Oh my god. Oh, you'll be bad.
Like, it would be the, like, it'd be the biggest tease, because I wouldn't have a problem with showing my face, it's just, I want to be known for not showing my face.
Stay down, scrub.
Just remaining that kind of level of anonymous where everyone's just like,
Oh, yeah.
what the fuck does it look
By
like?
the way,
And only after some like severe digging will people finally find what I look like. And then I just vehemently deny it and just be like, nah. That's not what I look like. And then totally reveal like years later and just be like, yeah, that's what I always look like, I just lied.
Right.
Like, yeah, you guys found me out pretty quick. I just didn't feel like confirming or denying it. Then again, I guess one good way of also keeping your anonymity is not saying your real name.
And I fucked that up.
Well, I mean, I just call you by your first. They just know Dustin from this state. And it's just like, okay, but there's probably a lot of other Dustins all over the same
Oh
state,
yeah,
you know?
by the way, I feel bad about something, speaking of, real life shit. I feel bad about
What's
work.
What happened?
So, no, here's what happened, right? Fucking,
What happened?
This guy came in, right? You know how I'm hard of hearing sometimes?
Yes.
This guy came in with a very heavy accent. I'm sorry! To the point
Oh,
I
but-
couldn't understand what he was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker wanted to know, I shouldn't say that, because he was very polite.
Yeah.
He wanted to know,
This dude.
he wanted to know what city we were in. I couldn't understand it. Like, his accent was so strong. I legitimately thought he asked, dine in? I'm like...
Dine in.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
Tacos? Like,
Dine
and-
in?
Like, I don't even mean it like a racist way. I mean, just like my brain just stopped and went like, taco, blue, sky. What do I say?
What? Hold on, was he Spanish?
I don't really know. Like, my brain just...
Okay.
You know your
Well,
brain...
it's the fact that you said taco, so I thought you knew if he was Spanish.
No, that's why I said I didn't mean that in a racist way, but you know when your brain...
Taco blue.
Like, you know when, like, your brain shuts down and you're trying to figure of something to say? You're like,
I mean, usually whenever I think racist thoughts, it's usually just, Frenchman, white flag, surrender.
Fucker.
Frog.
Oh, hi, Killstreak.
Frog. I forgot about that.
What the hell is with that? Like, the French... Someone explain that shit to me.
I don't know. I just know it is.
It's,
Shredder?
oh, fuck. I'm trying to remember the accurate reason. I used to remember the accurate reason. Let me go verify it real quick.
Okay. I think she's verifying it first.
Fucking what?
Wait, what?
That's a weird one. I've never heard French people called cockroaches.
What?
I can see that.
Anyways.
I can see that.
Okay, yeah, I figured that's why it was. It was supposed to say I was just trying to make sure.
What is it?
It was fucking, they used to fucking eat frogs a whole shit ton.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like way back in the day. I was just making sure to verify it.
No,
Because
yeah, no,
I
that,
Before you
remember.
went talking shit.
Yeah, I was just making sure that I wasn't like saying something that was untrue.
At least you were, at least you were checking yourself instead of just being like, "Oh no, this is fact. I know."
Ooh.
Like, I mean, there's some things I can
I
state
won.
with fact as long as I remember them offhand. but this one I couldn't remember exactly because somebody had told me it once. But yeah, it's because they used to fucking. It's
Oh,
because they used to eat
fucking
frogs all the
claptrap.
fucking time. Although I usually remembered French eating snails more times than frogs, but I guess
Yeah.
this was before the snails. Because this is like apparently like 17th or 16th century shit. But it's like more the English they used to call them frogs, so it's a British slang word for. It's a British slang word for French people.
You said the B word.
Weirdly enough, I actually thought it was American, but nope. It's British. Well, more specifically, they say English.
English. I mean, what?
What the fuck is this
English,
weird
y'all.
ass blade?
It's a
weird
straight
ass-
razor.
It's a weird ass blade.
That's
It's a
a
straight
straight
razor.
ass. That's a straight razor. What?
You would use that to shave with. It's either a straight
That
razor
shit
or it's a friction folder.
Looks like that shit looks like a miniature cleaver,
Pretty dope though, isn't
Wait,
it?
just to tickle
wait.
people. I've seen the one to just tickle people's anus.
Oh,
Also, yes, I've seen the customized genitals for 2077.
No, I was going to say, have you never seen a straight razor
Darth
before?
Y'all isn't real and he can't hurt you. Darth Y'all. I
Wait.
fucking hate this.
Wait, what? Killstreak, send these to me now.
Send it to him. I'm gonna fucking kill you here in a second.
Killstreak, why aren't you sending these names to me?
I'm-
I'm offended. I left out.
Well,
You
at least
I'm-
they offended you, moron.
You dick weasel.
I'm strangling Mr. Jimmy for bringing up my wife.
Wait, what?
You don't remember that line from Handsome Jack?
No.
It was whenever you pick up echo logs, so that way you could propaganda his ass.
Oh
to
yeah, I do.
oblivion.
Okay, what did he
And
say?
he's
I
just like,
forgot.
I don't remember exactly. He brought up Handsome Jack's wife in another echo recording, and then the next one you can literally hear him choking him to death.
Oh my god.
And he's like, make a note, Mr. Cassidy. I am choking, or I am strangling Mr. Jimmy for bringing up my wife.
Oh yeah,
And then
that.
he's just like, right, making a note that you are choking. No, not choking, strangling. Strangling it is a direct action.
He's not wrong.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Jack is not wrong.
hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you, I had a very special moment the other day working in drive-thru.
You're
Don't
special.
you always have special
Yeah.
moments?
Well, this is a little more special than usual.
I'm sorry that I'm an asshole.
So here's what happened, right? No, you're gonna call me an idiot when you find out what I did.
Oh Christ.
Woman comes in drive-thru, right? I take an order, you know, like with a drink. She's like, "Done, orange Fanta." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, we do." I'll have some of that. All right, awesome. So as I'm getting it, I'm preparing her drink, right? Getting everything ready. I put ice in it. Then I go to grab a lid and start putting the lid on. Then I realize something's missing.
The drink.
Yes. Here's the sad part. I had to
What?
pause and think. Something's missing here.
Something's missing here.
Yeah, so I'm laughing, right? You want to know the best part about it? I was laughing,
What?
and so I told my freaking shit leader about it. She was dying. So I'm still laughing when I go to the fucking window to give this woman her food and all that shit, right? She noticed I'm laughing, so I tell her. She laughs. She's like, "Honey, it's that time of the day. It's that time of the day. My brain's shutting down. My brain myself is shutting down."
Oh my god.
Because it was like I think like 9 o'clock at night, like close to the end shift for me, and she
Kill
looked like,
streak.
she looked like she was getting off work. Oh god.
That shit was sexy.
Wait, what?
I know, right?
Oh god, that razor.
Jesus.
It's black, curvy, and absolutely beautiful.
Men
I
arrested for
want one.
breaking in
And also
homes
that
just
fucking
to tickle people's
that
anus.
fucking flawless pullout.
Customize your visuals.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
I think it's a rough.
No, it
Splish
went up.
splash,
It
your
went,
opinion is
it went.
trash. Darth Y'all isn't. Oh god, I've seen that.
It was it
Darth
Porsche
Y'all.
or RUF?
That was a fucking Porsche.
Okay.
Oh, by
Because
the way,
RUF usually takes Porsche bodies and makes them into RUFs. And I think they
Well,
recently, within the past couple of years, started making their own car.
No, but if you saw in the background, that was like, there was a bunch of other fucking Porsches there. So that was them trying to move the vehicle out of the showroom. And that fucking pullout of them driving it through the fucking doors was just beautiful.
oh,
Like, they did it
uh,
flawlessly. It just looked fucking... It would be the kind of video you would see on what are they called? What are those videos called? I'm trying to remember.
ASMR.
Strangely Satisfying.
Oh. Well,
One of those
we
videos.
know where my mind was. Anyways, so
I mean, in a sense.
Would you like to drive one of those cars? I know I would.
I fucking wish. I fucking love Porsches. If I could have a Porsche, oh, that would be heaven.
He would die a happy man. Oh yes.
I would die a happy man, although I would not die with said Porsche. I would like to
No.
keep that thing in good condition.
They tore my agent apart limb
So,
If I
the-
die, hopefully it's
If I get
if I
the
die,
job,
hopefully it's in my bed.
I think if I can get the pay I want, I'll be able to afford a Porsche within 15 years.
If you get a Porsche and we still happen to be talking in 15 years, send me a picture of that shit.
No, I'm gonna drive my ass down to your house in
Is that all
Texas.
you got?
Oh shit. That would be a fucking meeting.
Free pizza and all.
You know what I mean.
Dude. If you said ding the pizza delivery guys here, and then I just looked out and saw a fucking Porsche, I'd be like, oh, I know exactly who this is. I've been expecting you for like fucking 15 years.
Oh yeah, Smash Shooter. Real quick.
What's up?
After I made the
control
little,
over the following districts: Seaport,
dumbass,
Mercutio, Garden District.
drink thing the other day.
Dustin Special.
But yeah, I actually made a very funny comparison to Family Guy with that.
What'd you do? What happened?
No, it involved like the drink
As
thing.
it happens, that's one of their
But
favorite things too.
Nice work. Keep going.
Where the fuck are you, little bastard? All I can think of, you remember the Family Guy Star Wars specials?
Yeah, well, I've only actually seen the first one.
Okay. Have you seen the one where they land in the original trilogy when they land on the asteroid and it wasn't just an asteroid, like a tiny fucking worm? Did you see that? Did you see that Family Guy scene of that?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't, but I know that the fucking worm is Meg.
Watch out!
No. Do you want to know the
It's
funniest
hilarious.
part?
What?
It's okay. You know how Han shoots, and everything shakes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sending you a clip on fucking Discord. No, actually,
Also, that was a
I'm gonna send it to you on
juicy
Facebook.
thunder. That was a juicy thunder. I'm half tempted to go to sleep right now just so I can enjoy sleep while the fucking rain is happening.
Okay, before you do, at least watch this video for me, because I want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the clip. I was thinking of going to sleep anyways, considering it's 3:30 already. It's like, shit, man. I mean, sure, I have tomorrow off, and I don't really have to worry, but I still don't want to have to get to sleep late.
Right.
Because then otherwise my brain's gonna go, oh, we can go to sleep late, it's fine, we have fucking plenty of time to sleep, and then I go fucking get back to my work schedule, and it's like,
That's
no,
the
we
car
don't.
I want
Let's get it over
so bad.
But yeah, that video I sent, that little scene is immediately what I thought of. Yeah, that's me.
You want to get an Aston Martin?
Oh, DBS main 07. Love to have one.
Honestly, I can't say, except for maybe McLaren, I've never really been a big fan of British manufacturing.
Ew. You said the B word again.
I would love to have
McLaren's
one of
pretty.
those.
McLaren's pretty
Actually,
alright though.
Austin
Hold
Martin.
on. Oh. Okay.
Aston Martin's owned by Ford.
Is it?
Yep. It's a Ford,
Subsidiary.
Ford tamed by the British. That's basically what it is, and it is a phenomenal car. Or if I can find the one I want. Let's see here. Which is it? Which one is that?
Ooh, they dropped a gun.
Pretty good.
You see what you know what part I'm talking
Hold
about
on
too,
a
don't
second.
you? Yeah, that one. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Fired another shot. Wait a minute. I just repeatedly. You see why I compare myself to that, don't you?
Yes.
That
Ooh.
was the first thing that came to my mind too. I told my shift leader, she's like, God damn it.
Fucking nice.
That car
Serving up fresh hot death.
is discontinued, I think.
Ooh.
But
Really?
yeah, I think they discontinuing that lineup and starting something different. But it's a $2.1 million car,
Fuck,
Oh, fuck.
that.
and it's the Koenigsegg Agera. Oh, I would love just to sit in one. I don't even care. Maybe even just to look at it. That's in the top 5 right
I'm
there.
scared.
For me, one of my vehicles that's actually up in the top 5 is a vehicle that there was only a couple of them built. And it's the only, as far as I can remember, it's the only supercar Chrysler has ever made.
Which one is that?
The ME 412. Literally a fucking team up of Chrysler and Mercedes.
Oh, that.
The fucking ME 412. Basically Chrysler built body, Mercedes built engine.
I think pretty dope.
It was like one of the only decent, like, I don't like American supercars, but that was like one of the good ones in my opinion. And only like, I think 12 of them total were made. So it was like, they wanted to make a production run of them, but they just didn't.
Here is something from Jaguar that I really wanted as well. This is in the top 5 as well.
Oh yeah. There's another, oh. Same actually.
That
Like, I'm not a huge fan of Jaguar, but that one in particular, I do like.
it has the curves to match its performance.
Well, I mean, given it's a GT, it's a fucking GT car, is a fucking beautiful car.
It really
I
is.
don't know.
It's an art piece in its own right.
It really is. I have to say my favorite GT probably have to be the fucking Mercedes.
What other? Oh. Holden.
Ow, ow, ow.
Was it this one? No, it was a different one. That one?
Shit. Now it's
Yes,
bugging me, but I
it
can't remember
was
the
that
name.
one. This one would probably be in the top 10, but it's Australian.
You're done.
They imported some of them over to the U.S. under different names, and Holden brought them over, I think, a couple of times, but
Here we go. This dirt better be good. We've got a war to win.
Fuck my life.
what?
I've heard that your holiness makes rather light statues. I'd like to
The
commend
one
you.
thing I dislike about Mercedes vehicles,
Yeah, that.
well, their
Is that
names
if you
are
and
very
my
similar.
siblings fled after I assumed control, it'd be so nice to have a family reunion.
Of course. Family's everything.
I do know
Alright,
Holden can do
not bad,
make
but
some
we need
nice
more.
cars.
Head to the data center. That was
Well,
supposed
that's
to
a
be my
truck.
job, but,
Car
no
front end,
excuses.
truck
I
back
don't
end.
like to stand on.
So
Whatever.
what else is there? Oh yeah, there's the
You know,
E-Type.
for a guy
Jaguar
missing a
E-Type I really
leg, he
like.
makes a lot of fun revolving his leg being gone.
Lightning?
The data center. Hit that console.
Pretty shocking, isn't it?
Shut up. Well, oh yeah, the...
What?
Wait, no,
That
I'll
wasn't that
talk about
electrifying.
I'll talk about that tomorrow, well... I'll talk about that on Monday. I did an oopsie at work. Like, a big oopsie.
You caught the fryer on fire again.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, I was fairly certain it was. It was the CLK GTR.
No, God, it's COV. No, no, sir. I don't do that.
This
Oh.
is from Holden.
Mm-hmm. I would think that would probably be my top 10. Not the top
Honestly,
5, but the top 10.
I've never really been a big fan of Holden. I probably wouldn't put it that. I wouldn't put it that high myself, at least for my list.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice truck. I mean, I would buy one.
Yeah, I'm not a huge truck guy. I think the closest that I'd be willing to get to a truck would probably be an El Camino.
Nice.
That's probably the closest that I'd get to having a truck, is an El Camino.
Oh, these are fucking nice.
I'm not a big fan of trucks. I'd rather have a car. Never actually been, except for weirdly enough, I've never been a huge fan of hatchbacks or anything
Hatchbacks are
similar
Neither
to,
am I.
or at least similar to SUVs. But for whatever reason, I've always liked the Golf.
The Golf is not bad.
Like, as far as it goes, that's actually one of my favorite vehicles from Volkswagen, besides the Bug, obviously. The Bug is amazing. No one can do, the Bug can do no wrong. But, yeah, no, the Golf is probably gonna be one of my favorite vehicles from that class. It's weird. I've never found myself to actually like anything from that class except the Golf. And they're pretty decent cars. And most of my favorite vehicles tend to be like
Fuck. Wait, I go up.
hold up. This first one you sent me. I want to say I've seen this Lambo before.
Lamborghini, I think it's the electric concept or something like that.
Nope, never mind. It reminded me of a completely different one. I don't remember exactly what its name was, but it was an absolutely gorgeous fucking vehicle. Hold up. The fuck is this thing? This thing looks like a futuristic charger.
Here we go. Just put
Nope,
your
that's not the.
signature
Nope,
there, and
actually, that is the
we
new
are
Lamborghini
allies.
concept.
When this war's over,
That's a
we're gonna
Lamborghini.
party
The
on
black
the
one?
Zanara. That's my
The
No,
plan.
it's
big
not the
black.
I'll let
bottom.
you know when we
The
have
bottom
ready.
one.
No, I
Make
think
sure you
that's like
fulfill
a.
your part of the contract, or
That's.
I'll
I think
liquidate
that's
your
like a
family.
cyberpunk
Whatever.
kind of
We'll see
thing.
whose family lasts the
Okay,
It's a
longest.
because I was about to
concept,
say
I
it looks
think.
like a
Have
it
an
looks
awesome
like a
war.
charger to me.
It looks. I think it looks like a
Good dirt, but
Barracuda
not
personally.
and the Alliance good. Let's try to hack
I
the
can
system.
see that too,
See if we can
actually.
dig up some
Ass
more.
end and
You
front
know,
end.
Hello, Mr. Katagawa. Input packet.
yeah, actually, it does look more like it
It's
could. Now
the
that you mention it.
rear fender
Right,
wells,
password. One sec.
the way they curve over, and then the way the front end kind of bulges out like that. I feel like that kind of reminds me of one.
Hate. Sibling.
But the big black
Fuck.
Lambo is the electric Lambo.
Now go.
That's pretty
must
cool,
die
actually.
painfully.
That's not a bad looking
Lowercase,
Lamborghini.
all one word.
Well, this is the
That's-
Password
yeah.
accepted.
If I can
Opening
pull the
personal
picture,
ticket cache
please.
35.
This is the I think default configuration for the new electric Lambo.
My mission will be
Not too
complete.
keen on the orange rims,
I'm gonna
but
die.
the rest of it looks
Data
pretty solid.
uploading to remote server.
Okay.
Oh,
So now
that's
the
right.
contract's signed,
I remember what it's
just
called
time
now.
passed.
There's literally
I
only
see
one of
people
these
like you.
Lamborghinis built,
How do you stand
and it was
commanding
literally
what is very
just meant to
likely
be
the
like
toughest army in, well,
a proof of
history?
concept design.
Yeah, they get the job
It was
done.
the fucking
Hard to beat a multi-purpose source
Egoista.
that obeys your every request.
Sure, but come
It
on.
looks fucking gorgeous because they literally said that the whole design aspect behind
The big leagues. Our army pays us for the privilege of dying for us. Who would you say has the better deal? Intel's getting better, but it sounds like Malawan's onto us.
canopy actually works the same way that an aircraft does. It's pretty much just a fighter jet with wheels. But yeah, no,
On the drive, wouldn't it?
it would be. And I'd actually probably put some money towards that thing. But of course, like I said, they only built one, and they're only ever gonna build one.
Here come.
Unless you buy the company and build another,
Thank
but
you. Next.
Yeah, but I
That's
doubt
good.
that if I barely have the,
100
if I
or more.
doubt that I would, I'm pretty sure it's in the billions.
billions. Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's in the billions, given how much the cars are worth. So yeah, no, I'd have to say my favorite Lamborghini of all time, though, because the Egoist is just a proof of concept vehicle. I mean, sure, I guess you could call me a hypocrite for putting the 412 on a fucking top 5s list, even though it was just a proof of concept, basically, with only a few units being made. But I'd have to say my favorite Lamborghini would probably have to be the LP6 series, the Murciélagos.
Nice kills. Resuming download.
Like from the fucking 640 to the 670.
Right, but let's be real. I
The
mean,
fucking
this is
Murciélagos
good
are amazing.
How do you stomach even looking at them? I saw one the other day wearing a necklace of
You want to
some
see my
kind of
big black
tongue.
truck in GTA 5?
Yeah, skag tongues. They're all the rage with kids these days, apparently.
You're so
There's an
naive.
EOS.
My family, they fight
It's
for
both.
Me. They sacrifice
That's
It's
right.
literal and
themselves for me.
figurative.
Oh god.
most powerful force in this universe if you use it right. Now I suggest you run along and find the vault key before I get hungry. Junior?
Damn, more security. This is getting good. Wish I had some popcorn. You know, last meal, all that. We're under attack! Requesting backup! We've got ya! Hell yeah!
Ironhide is different.
I was gonna say, isn't
Ironhide
Ironhide's
is different.
actual form as a GMC?
He is different. He's a he is a truck and he is a bit big, but like not stupid.
Isn't it?
Wait, are y'all
I
making?
think
Wait,
isn't-
you said he.
isn't it?
Are y'all making car morphs?
No.
No.
We're talking about Ironhide from the Bayformers movies.
Oh.
Isn't he a? Isn't he a G? Isn't he called a?
Yeah.
Isn't it called a 2-ton? A GMC 2-ton?
I don't know. I just know the GM.
Hold on. I need to look this up because I remember looking it up like a long time ago.
Found it.
Ironhide GMC.
It's similar
Oh,
to the one I just posted.
It's called a top kick.
There you go. It's similar.
Is
So
it-
like a,
yeah.
kinda like a top kick.
Ironhead started as a GMC C450 or C4500 4x4 crew cab top kick.
I'm gonna invite those Calypsos to the Zanara and slice off their freaking heads. And then I'm gonna murder every last one of their stupid followers. Jackpot, that's the one! Now let's blast that dirt out and see how the children of the vault react. Soon as I win this war, I'm gonna invite those Calypsos to the Zanara and slice off their freaking heads. And then I'm gonna murder every last one of their stupid followers.
He said he's gonna murder the God Queen!
Kill him! Oh crap, hands up! We got pissed off bandits incoming! Wipe them out! Hell yeah, it worked! They're fighting each other! Finish them off, soldier! Then we'll send that intel to HQ for analysis.
Just feeding the birds.
Have you seen Aston Martin Vulcan?
Yes, I've seen the Vulcan. Pretty alright. Like I said, not a huge Aston Martin fan. I think there was only a couple of Aston Martins that I was just like, yeah, these are pretty alright vehicles. I think it's hilarious though that whenever one of the very first Aston Martins I ever saw I was just like, okay, so it's just a fucking British fastback then. Like the one that's literally just a Mustang fastback. I was like, okay, that's...
What you're talking about. I know
I don't remember what it was called, I'm trying to remember. But I was like, this is literally just a Mustang fastback.
We'll send the intel to HQ.
This is just a British fastback. And I don't really like Mustangs, to be entirely honest.
Heresy.
I mean, you can not like Mustangs.
That intel throughout the
You know, that's an option.
might be enough to turn the
I mean, I feel like people who like Mustangs are also the same kind of people who like M1911s.
I like both, so what?
Which means that your credibility has dropped to me.
You know what else I also like?
What?
Russian weapons.
I mean, that I already knew. My bar was already set low. It's just the fact that you like M1911s and Mustangs has dropped it even lower.
You know what? It could be worse. Ooh, hang
What?
on. I got a legendary weapon. What did I get? What did I get? What did I get? That's a crappy
And
weapon. That's,
could it really be
that's
worse?
shit.
Please don't
Yes.
talk about 20mm rifles. It can only
What?
get so hard.
God damn it,
20mm? Fucking what? Okay, my question is, are you trying to fucking basically just give them whelps?
Oh, I got a weapon trinket? Excuse me? Which one did I get?
Are you trying to give somebody whelps?
I got the stink eye. Okay, then.
It's anti-material rifle.
Hold on, .20?
20mm. It's a 20mm rifle. Shoots a 20mm diameter bullet.
Okay,
I
I'm
believe.
gonna call it on that too. I have work tomorrow, so I'm going to call it a night, and I will be back tomorrow.